Hi there everyone, Jack here again at the Vinyl Void. So today's video then is in response to a thread that was started by Mike at MGK Boston. If you don't know Mike's channel, go check it out. Absolutely fantastic. There's loads and loads of great content on there, and I love this thread that he started. Really simple, straight to the point. Show some albums from 1985, a good year. Now in 1985 I was only 9, so my memories are kind of hazy at that time. In 1985, what would I have been doing? I would have been playing football on my street. I would have been going over ramps on my BMX. Music wise, I would only have been listening to one thing, the Beatles. Movies, Back to the Future was 1985, and Goonies. So yeah, a time of innocence, a time of simple pleasures. It seems a long time ago now. But yeah, a lot of good music came out in 1985 as well. So this is the first one I'm going to show. This is, of course, that British institution, Half Man, Half Biscuit, with their debut album back in the DHSS. Now, Half Man, Half Biscuit, they love a pun, a play on words. They're a very idiosyncratic British band. You've got that first pun there back in the DHSS. Obviously, a play on words, a reference to back in the USSR by the Beatles. The DHSS, if you don't know what that was the Department for Housing and Social Care, or Department of Health and Social Care. Yeah, Department of Health and Social Care, I think. Anyway, this was their debut album. I absolutely love this on Probe Plus Records, I believe, or yeah, Probe Plus Records. But yeah, lots of puns on here. Let's see, lots of references to kind of minor UK celebrities. You've got the second song, Fucking Hell, it's Fred Titmus. Fred Titmus was a English cricketer, a bowler. Then you've got 99% of gargoyles look like Bob Todd. Bob Todd was a UK comedian. He appeared in the Benny Hill show. I hate Nerys Hughes. Nerys Hughes was an actress of the time. Len Ganley, the Len Ganley stance. Len Ganley was a snooker referee. Then you've got other little plays on words there, like Venus and Flares. Obviously, a play on words from the Velvet Underground song, a wee reference to Venus and Furs. I Love You Because You Look Like Jim Reeves. I Love You Because was a big hit for Jim Reeves, the country and western star, but he's been given the Half Man, Half Biscuit makeover. It's just really, really good. John Peel was a big fan. He championed them back in the day. I'll just show you the vinyl. Yeah, love Half Man, Half Biscuit. I remember the first time I ever heard of Half Man, Half Biscuit. I would have been about 13, and I went to my local record store, Rhythmic Records, which was like Mecca in Greenock for everybody who loved music. And there was a record fair in town that day, and I think I would have probably been in looking for Monkees and Beatles records. And I said to the guy, one of the guys who worked in Rhythmic Records, "Oh, I'm going to this record fair." And he said to me, "If you go, make sure you buy any albums you see by the band Half Man, Half Biscuit." I'd never heard of them before, and the name always stuck in my head, and he was right. I should have bought any albums that I saw by Half Man, Half Biscuit. I don't think I did see any, but I'll certainly buy them all now. So yeah, there we go. First one back in the DHSS by Half Man, Half Biscuit. Fantastic stuff. Hold on. Next up then, shown this before, some classic neo-psychedelia from the Dukes of Stratosphere. So this was the kind of hoax band that were put together by XTC. Andy Partridge, of course, was a kind of massive lover of all things psychedelic, especially English psychedelia from '67, and this is his kind of homage to music of that time. And it was like a little bit of a departure from XTC. It was they did this in between 1984's The Big Express and um, Skylarking. And I think some of this kind of sounds kind of bleeds out onto Skylarking. But yeah, this is brilliant in itself. It's like a mini album. Yeah, some fantastic songs on here. They all took pseudonyms. So Andy Partridge was Sir John Jones. And who else we've got? We've got the Red Curtain, Lord Cornelius Plum, It was produced by John Leckie, who went on to obviously produce the Stone Roses debut album. Yeah, some great songs on here. 25 O'Clock's an absolute beauty. It's very much 1967, the Pink Floyd kind of sound. Bike Ride to the Moon, My Love Explodes. Yeah, it's just fantastic. It really, really does sound like it's come from '67, and it's a great kind of homage to that more psychedelic time in British pop. Really good stuff. Okay, next up then, let's see. We have the Smiths with Meat is Murder, their second album on Rough Trade Records. And yeah, this is probably like my least favourite Smiths album, I think. But then I still think it's a cracking album. It is really, really good, but it's probably overall my least favourite Smiths album. Nowhere Fast, I really, really like that song. The Headmaster Ritual and Rush Home Ruffians are fantastic as well, but yeah, overall, it's probably my least favourite. Yeah, there you go. It's that Rough Trade label. Yeah, I think overall, probably The Queen is Dead or the first album would be my favourite. And this would probably be my least favourite, but still a classic album. Okay, next up then, let's see, we have Talking Heads with Little Creatures on Sire Records. Now, this don't think gets the full credit that it deserves. I think this is a brilliant album. You know, I know that their earlier albums, 77 and Fear of Music, all that kind of stuff gets kind of more critical acclaim, but I think this is brilliant. It's just a really fantastic, like straight up pop record. So filled with so many like really catchy songs. I love And She Was, Perfect World's brilliant as well. That little bit of country and Creatures of Love. Stay Up Late's brilliant as well, with all the kind of baby talk. In fact, the album really is an album about growing up and becoming an adult, I suppose, and having children. You know, Creatures of Love and Stay Up Late are both definitely about adulthood and or parenthood. I suppose Chris Frantz and Tina Weymouth, I think around about that time, they had just become parents. Road to Nowhere as well, fantastic, a fantastic single. But yeah, I love Little Creatures, and while it might not be as serious an album as some of their earlier ones or is critically acclaimed, for just pure pop, it's probably their best. Really, really catchy. Love it. Really good. Okay then. Last one. You can't do 1985 without showing Kate Bush's masterpiece, Hounds of Love. What is there to say about this? You know, that's not already been said. A lot of people really like the Ninth Wave. I prefer the first side. We're running up that hill and Hounds of Love. I love the Fountain. Is it the Future Heads? The Future Heads that did that indie version of Hounds of Love. It was really, really good. Yeah, the Big Sky and Cloud Bursting. That first side's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Ninth Wave's great as well, but the first side is the one that really does it for me. Really good. This is I think a first UK press. I've got a few presses of this. Yeah, brilliant album, and I suppose since Stranger Things, it's put Kate Bush right back in the public consciousness with running up that hill being used in the TV series. Thought I could do it in one take. Fell at the last hurdle, foiled by Kate Bush's Hounds of Love. Try to get the record back into the sleeve. Still got a lot to learn. Okay, so that was the video 1985. A good year. I don't have like tons of 80s music. Most of my stuff's from the 60s and 70s, so they were all pretty well known albums. Nothing too obscure there. I think on my next video, I'm going to do another music out of Scotland video. Scotland are knocked out of the tournaments, the Euros, so I'm going to do another wee music video about some good stuff that's come out of Scotland. So until then, see you later. Bye for now.